Okay, in the previous example, we learned if-else statement. But many times in programming, we will have a situation if we have one condition which is true, we want to do something. If that condition is false, we want to check another condition. If that condition is true, then we want to do something. Then we want to check another condition if the previous condition is false, and so on. And then if none of these conditions work, then we basically do something. So here is an example of if else chain basically. So what this chain does basically, so here we have just like if expression. So we have if keyword, and then inside parentheses, we have an expression. And if this expression is true, we will execute a set of statements which are coming inside this if block. Then we have else if. So after else if, we have an expression. So how does this program execution happens? So first, this expression is checked. If it comes out true, then your program will execute all the statements which are coming inside that if block. If that expression is false, then your program will check the else if expression. If it comes out true, then all the statements that you are seeing here, they will be executed. If this expression comes out false, then your program will go to another else if block and check another condition. If that condition is true, then it will execute all the statements which are coming after it. And if this expression is false, then you have, let's say, this else. So it means that if none of these expressions are true, then you have to execute this. Okay, so that's called if-else chain basically. And in programming, you'll find many problems which will have such kind of situation. So a good example is here. Let's say we have to write a program that will display the letter grade based on the given integer score. The user will give a score for the subject, let's say 90, 80, 85, and so on. And then your program will display that you have received A grade or B grade or C grade or F grade based on the score. And let's say here is the condition for the grade. So the letter grade will be A if score is greater than 90. If score is between 80 and 90, the letter grade will be B, and so on. If the score is lesser than 60, the letter grade will be F. So how do we write this program using if-else chain? Okay. So here, first we have to ask the value of the score from the user. So let's declare first include this library. And let's declare a variable score. And ask the user to provide the value for this score. So you will write so here you are familiar with this. You have asked to enter the value for a score. And then now you will check the score. If the score is greater than 90, you will display your grade is A. If the score is between 80 and 90, then you will display that the score, your grade is B, and so on. So here I will write a condition. If score greater than or equal to 90, I will display C out. Your grade is A. So here, if let's say the user has entered 95, so 95 is greater than or equal to 90, true. So then this will be executed. But let's say the user has entered 80. 85. So 85 is smaller than 90, but greater than 80. So for that, the student will get basically B grade. So how do we write the condition? So we have to use else if. Okay. Else if you will say score greater than or equal 80 and score less than 90. Okay. Then you will basically say that your grade is B. So here, let's say user has entered 85. So 85 greater than equal to 90, false. So then this will not be executed. Then this condition will be checked. 85 greater than equal 80, true. And 85 is smaller than 90, which is also true. So this entire expression will give you 1. So then you will display your grade is B. Now let's say the user has entered his score 70. So then 70 greater than equal 80, false. 70 is smaller than 90, which is true. But for n, all these expressions, this one and this one should be true. Then you will get true. Otherwise, you will get 0. Right. So let's handle the situation for else if and write score greater than equal 70 and score less than 80. So you will say your grade is C. And similarly, you can do for between 60 to 70. 60, 70. So you will say that your grade is D. If your score is lesser than 60, then you will say your grade is F, right? So here you see that. So this condition will be checked. If it is true, then this statement will be executed. But if this condition is false, then this condition will be checked. If it is true, then this will be executed. If not, then this will not be executed. If this condition is false, then this condition will be checked. If this condition is true, then this will be executed. Otherwise, this condition will be checked. If it is true, this will be executed. Otherwise, this will definitely be executed. So that's called if else chain, basically. So let's run this program. So let's say I put first 90. So it shows that your grade is A. And since here you see that 90 greater than equal to 90, true. So this is only executed. The rest of the statements are not executed, right? Now, let's say if I put, again, run it. Let's say I run it and I put, let's say 65. So 65, what happens? 65 greater than equal to 90, false. 65 greater than 80, false. So this entire expression will be false. 65 greater than equal 70, false. So then this entire expression will be false, because for and, if any of them is 0, false, then entire expression will be false. Now here, let's check this. 65 greater than equal 60, which is true. 65 is smaller than 70, which is true. And this expression is true. And then this statement will be executed, right? So now let's see that. See that your grade is D. So that's how if else chain statements.